Africa to live that was promised the curses. See what I'm saying? Because they know that lead directly to us. So they ain't finna never. And matter of fact, the people, the Babylonian scribes, who we abandon our history to, abandon our culture to, the Sebhardis, it was like they were saying good riddance because they were scribes and they could have wrote where they went into Africa and we don't know what happened to them, and then kept that story going throughout history. They didn't mention us none when we went into Africa. If we didn't have wrote it in the Tanakh, it would never be known. You see what I'm saying? And if this history ain't known, then it's impossible for us to say that we Hebrews. Cause it's impossible for you to prove that you a Hebrew using Jewish history like you Hebrews do with that 10 lost tribes and them other doctrines. Oh, we Hebrews in Mexico and China. We got here through a magic water portal and in the Assyrian times, all kind of old crazy doctrines. Solomon sailed down the Mississippi and all kind of crazy stuff. Man, you hear so many crazy doctrines. It be so funny. I be having good laughs off them doctrines, but then it ain't funny because these Hebrews lost and they trying to find their way back to their heritage. Well, them Jews didn't write about us going into Africa. It wouldn't have served them no purpose to tell the people that the Hebrews went into Africa, knowing back then that they couldn't come in and observe us and watch us. They only did that in Greek times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go into that history too. You know, I know who we were in Africa, and they been keeping their history hid. You know, and we wasn't all the tribes that's claiming our heritage because we didn't go into Africa to do the covenant. You see what I'm saying? So you shouldn't have found no Hebrews in Africa doing the covenant because we didn't go there to do the covenant. We went into Africa to do the Egyptian religion. So all them other people, they ain't going to fit the curses and they ain't going to be affected by it. So we know that King Josiah was told that we would get the curses. This is just before the Egyptians killed him, and Prophet Jeremiah was around during this time. They killed King Josiah, put his weak sons on the throne, and we were going to Africa. And the book of Jeremiah covered. You see what I'm saying? So that sister already said we was going to get the curses. So that's already understood that that was going to happen, and that did happen. All right, when you get to the book of Jeremiah. All right. The word of Jeremiah, the son of Halakah, that's that priest. Of the priests that were in Anathoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Elohim came in the days of Josiah, the son of Amon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. See, in his 13th year, you know, in his 12th year, he started to cleaning it up. And then, you know, Prophet Jeremiah will be there. You know what I'm saying? While he cleaning the whole Israel up of that Egyptian religion that Jeroboam brought out of Egypt. All right, it come also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th year. Then the word of the Elohim came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Now this prophet Jeremiah, he knew him before he was born. That's why come you Hebrews just worshiping them demigods, the Creator know you before you was born. You see what I'm saying? So you worshiping them demigods, if you die in that state, you gonna be through. And that's one of the reasons you're going to be spiritually through. And that's one of the reasons why them heathens got that false worship put up. So you doing your transition through this earth, going back to the Creator, if they can get you to worship a false god, then your faith sealed when you get back to the Creator in your death. You see what I'm saying? So you Hebrews need to wake up and understand what happened to us. And you only going to get that understanding from the book of Jeremiah, because he was the last prophet in our last days before we ran into Africa up off the land. All right. Then said I, Elohim, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Elohim said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whosoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Elohim. That's going to see them folks up in them Caucasus Mountain, because he gave them something to drink. And then when they got that something to drink, you know what I'm saying, them folks went crazy. And it's a known fact that during the time before we broke the covenant, all the nations was at peace during Solomon's time. And then when Jeroboam come with that golden calf, all the nations start moving around and start having wars with each other like they was getting in position. You see what I'm saying? For our downfall. All right, and then as you read, you know, he gonna tell you know how, you know, the Creator sent him, you know, to do this, you know, to minister to the people, and then to bring them back. All right. So then when you get down to chapter 3, you know what I'm saying, we were so messed up. All right. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return, and shall he return her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Elohim. Lift up then eyes unto the high places, and see where thou hast not been lain with, in the ways that thou set for them, as the Arabian in the wilderness. Thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms and with thy wickedness. You know, Edom and them had mixed up with all the folks. And I can show you Edom mixing with all the Canaanite tribes and all the peoples. He just whored himself all around. All right. All right. Therefore, the showers have been withheld, and there had been no latter rains, and thou hadst a whore's forehead. You know what I'm talking about? The Creator said we had the whore's forehead. Thou refuses to be ashamed. Yup. So that's the whore's forehead, the ones that refuse to be ashamed in their whoredom. All right, so that's what we're going to call that when we see females like that. Wilt thou not from this time cry unto me, my Father, thou art the God of my youth? Will he reserve his anger forever? Will he keep it to the end? Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things as thou couldest. The Elohim said unto me in the days of Josiah the king, thou hast seen that which backsliding Israel hath done. She is gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree there, and had played the harlot. See Israel right there. See, that's Israel mentioned right there during Jeremiah's time. So we know it wasn't no 10 lost tribes. And I said after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me, but she returned not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it. You know what I'm saying? And as you read, you know, you're going to run across Israel name a whole bunch of times. Now I saw when all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I put her away and gave her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. And it come to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. And yet for all this her treacherous sister Judah had not turned unto me with her whole heart, but faintly, said the Elohim. And the Elohim said unto me, the backsliding Israel had justified herself more than treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return thou backsliding Israel, said the Elohim, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon thee, for I am merciful, said the Elohim, and I will not keep anger forever. So the Israel was there. Israel was there. Israel was there. Israel was there during the Babylonian wars, and I could show the Israel being there among the exiles. See, because when we went into Africa to worship the Egyptian religion, like I'm finna show, we didn't come back out of Africa. We didn't come back out of Africa. And you have the book of Ezra, Nehemiah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. Those 5 prophets cover the exile history, that 1%, like a little tenth that was taken to Babylon, that came back and that was destroyed. And the prophet Isaiah even say that they will be destroyed. He give you the whole history and sum up our captivity and destruction. the prophet Isaiah did. And I'm going to try to put that in here too. Like I said, it's a whole lot of history that I could show Hebrews. But we was all messed up. We was all messed up. And we was so messed up. Look, and then as you read, you know what I'm saying, this, he kept telling us that we was going to get taken off the land. You know what I'm saying? And that it was over with. If thou wilt return, O Israel, said the Elohim unto me, and if thou wilt put away then abomination out of my sight, then shalt thou not remove. You know what I'm saying? And then as you get down, set up the standard towards Zion, retire, stay not, for I will bring evil from the north and a great destruction. The land is come forth from his ticket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make the land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid waste without inhabitant. You see what I'm saying? And then as you get down here, you know what I'm saying? It was over with. And look, how could it be a 10 lost tribes when the prophet Jeremiah was told this? For a voice declared from Dan and published affliction from Mount Ephraim. That's the whole heritage from one end to the other. So the Israelites was there during prophet Jeremiah time, all the tribes. So we would all go into Africa to worship the Egyptian religion. And I'm finna show this. Look, chapter 4, Jeremiah 4, verse 29. The whole city shall flee for the noise of the horsemen and bowmen. They shall go into thickets and climb upon rocks, and every city shall be forsaken, and no man dwelleth therein. No man dwelleth therein. When them folks came, that's just what happened. And I've got the sites showing the archaeological evidence that the Scythians arrowheads are still found in Jerusalem. They shot so many at us hollow point arrowheads and trilobites that they shot so many at us that it's still there. You see what I'm saying? It was Ashkenazi that drove us into Africa, and we would leave our books and everything to the Sephardi Jews that had been there like 134 years before Ashkenazi showed up. You see, but the Creator said that the land would be empty. All right, and then if you go to chapter 44, look, if you read chapter 5, he gonna tell you the destruction. Chapter 4, the destruction that we would experience while in captivity, and how we would cry because the murderers, the killers, got a hold to us and be draining us, and how we would be so messed up, and how we would acknowledge our sin. That's sure enough. If it ain't just like Prophet Jeremiah said, all right, if you go to chapter 44, this sums it up, and I can show you on our way into Africa, after being chased out the land, how we even played with the Creator for the last time. It was like a little evil little dance we did before we, got into the Africa, thinking we were safe from them folks coming to get us. You know what I'm saying? We told the prophet Jeremiah to go ask the Creator that what we should do, knowing that our heart was set on going into Egypt to worship their religion. All right, when you get to Jeremiah 42, then it says, then all the captains of the forces, and Johan the son of Ker, and Jezaniah the son of Hoshea, and all the people from the least even unto the greatest came near, and said unto Jeremiah the prophet, let we beseech thee, our supplication be accepted. We was all we was all wet, nasty, and dirty. We done been chased off the land. We was hungry, wet, dirty, nasty. And we said this, and said unto Jeremiah the prophet, let we beseech thee, our supplication be accepted before thee, and pray for us unto the Elohim thy Yah, even for all this remain. For we are left but a few of many, and then as then eyes do behold, we was all pitiful and stuff. Then the Elohim, that the Elohim thy Yah may show us the way wherein we may walk, in the thing that we may do. Then Jeremiah the prophet said unto them, I have heard you, and behold, I will pray unto the Elohim your Yah according to your words. And it shall come to pass that whatsoever thing the Elohim shall answer you, I will declare it unto you, and I will keep nothing back from you. Then they said to Jeremiah, the Elohim be a true and faithful witness between us if we do not, even according to all the things for the which the Elohim thy Yah shall send thee to us. Wherefore it be good or where it be evil, we will obey the voice of the Elohim our Yah to whom we send thee, that it may be well with us when we obey the voice of the Elohim our Yah. And it come to pass after 10 days that the word of the Elohim came unto Jeremiah. Then called Johanan the son of Ker, and all the captains of the forces came which were with him, and all the people from the least even unto the greatest. Everybody, little babies, everybody come. Old folks, everybody trying to gather around and hear this message. And he said unto them, this saith the Elohim, the Yah of Israel, unto whom ye sent me to present your supplications before me. If ye will still abide in this land, I will build you and not pull you down, and I will plant you and not pluck you up. For I repent of the evil that I have done unto you. And then as you read, you know what I'm saying, he gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying, that but if you say we will not dwell in this land, neither obey the voice of the Elohim your Yah, saying no, but we will go into the land of Egypt, where we shall see no war, nor hear the sound of the trumpet, nor have hunger of bread. There will we dwell. You know what I'm saying? We told him that we going into Africa, into Egypt, because we had seen them white folks with them crossbows coming, and they done shot the whole Jerusalem up. They done shot the whole Jerusalem up, and especially at them scribes. They trying to kill them scribes. They got the history where they took our scribes, the main ones, to a spot in Hamath and put them to death. You see what I'm saying? Them the people that kept up with our history. You see what I'm saying? So we didn't have no scribes to go into Africa to record us doing Egyptian religion. So we cut ourselves off. That's how our heritage got blotted out. And it's been blotted out all the way up to the day till we now trying to put it together. Message from the Israelite Brotherhood. Alright. So we told the prophet Jeremiah that man, we ain't trying to hear what you saying. That the Creator didn't say don't go into Egypt. And he didn't say that. So that's what we said. And we went into Egypt, and then to show you that the land was empty, just like that prophet Jeremiah has said in the other verses. All right. This said the Elohim of hosts, the Yah of Israel, ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and all the cities of Judah, and behold, this day they are a desolation, and no man dwelleth therein. We was gone in the after. And then this is what we said. We said this to prophet Jeremiah. All right, this is chapter 44, verse 15, 16, 17, and 18. That this was a state of mind. This was a state of mind. And I'm going to show you that this was a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you that this was a state of mind. All right. All right. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Elohim, we would not hearken unto thee. We would not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do so whatever thing go forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of food and were well and saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. So we were saying because we wasn't in Egypt doing a religion, it's the reason why all this stuff was coming down on us. It's the reason why them white folks was chasing us out the land. It's the reason why them Egyptians tricked us out of our covenant. We were saying the reason why we was being chased off the promised land is because we wasn't doing the Egyptian religion. Now, how more wicked can you get than that? Man, that's real wicked. You know what I'm saying? That is real wicked. And then if you read this right here, you can see that we had a mentality to go back to Egypt soon as we seen any troubles. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Numbers 16, verse 13, and it said, is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, except thou makest thyself altogether a prince over us? We was rebelling against Moses. You know, we was rebelling against prophet Moses, and we was saying, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Why is you taking us up out of Egypt into all this hardship? So, you know what I'm saying? We had a mentality to go to Egypt even from Exodus and Numbers days, from when we exodus up out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And it's right here, look. And wherefore ye have made us to come up out of Egypt to bring us into this evil place. It is no place of seed or fig or vines or pomegranate, neither is there any water to drink. You know what I'm saying? So we kept telling prophet Moses, you know what I'm saying, that why you got us out here, you know what I'm saying, men away from Egypt. And we thought that, you know, everything that we needed, safety, food, and everything was in Egypt whenever we had hardships. You know what I'm saying? Hebrews, take a little break for a second. Take a little break.